I told myself that I might not be speaking today, but the patriotism in me will not allow me to keep short. There are so many issues raised here, sir. I want everybody in this place to understand that the Nigerian airlines, the indigenous airlines of Nigeria, are not against foreign airlines repatriating their money. We're not against that. But we feel so sad that some Nigerians and international airlines are using certain narratives that tend to rubbish our government and the people of Nigeria. And that is unacceptable. He who goes to equity must go to equity with clean hands. A situation whereby people went on television, sponsored some agents to go on television to badmouth the government of Nigeria that it has failed because funds were trapped. It's unacceptable. There are so many countries in the world. Like I said, whoever wants to go to equity must go to equity with clean hands. When they say this issue of trying to prevent Nigerian airlines from doing what they are doing here, that it just started now. It didn't start now. Let's take our minds back to the COVID time, COVID evacuation. And when they say it is because of trap funds, that is why the tickets are down, the disparity is so huge. I disagree, I beg to disagree. During the evacuation, fear was not this much. We struggled, AP struggled to help its own citizens to get landing permits into Heathrow. Our tickets were sold out within 2 hours for a 364-seater aircraft, our 777. Why? Because AP understood the plight of Nigerians and gave a fare of less than 400,000 naira. Why another airline coming from there was taking about 2,000 pounds for Nigerians to do that? We did to and fro, return, less than $600 for Nigerians. Tickets were sold out within 2 hours. We went there to discourage us. They sent dogs after our aircraft, sniffing our pilots, and everybody, at the end of the day, stopped APs from doing his walk around on his aircraft. Something that violates safety. Did they want that aircraft to crash or what? If you take off, the rule of aviation is that if you take off now, once you lift off the ground for just 2 minutes, if that plane comes to land, before that plane can take off again, it must do a walk around. Because anything could have hit the plane in transit. We flew 6 hours into London. We were not allowed to go around an aircraft to know if that aircraft had been compromised or infringed. Thankfully, NCA, I think, petitioned ICAO on that. This they do to us. And Nigerians will not go on television to this. We hate ourselves in this country. Nigerians will not go on television to ask them questions about that. But we were very quick to destroy the government of Nigeria. We are very quick to run the government of Nigeria down. That they failed because foreign airlines couldn't get their money. Nigerians must begin to destigmatize themselves. We must begin to do that. It's so unfortunate. Anything could have happened to that aircraft on its way back to Nigeria. And because they saw that we are going to bring these fares down, the second one, which we had gotten the approval, they cancelled it. They cancelled it. And what did I do? I didn't want Nigerians to suffer. I hired a European airline, paid for Nigerians, 584 Nigerians to be brought back to their homeland, free of charge. I did it. It's not only South Africa. We must begin to love our country. We are not against them collecting their monies. They must collect their money. But how do you explain, sir, that somebody flying from South Africa 9 hours to London is paying less than a Nigerian flying 6 hours? How do you explain that somebody flying from London to Las Vegas, even now, is paying far less, half, than what the Nigerian is paying for 6 hours? I am not against it, but I will implore IATA. We belong to IATA. APC is a member of IATA, and the Fatoku knows he has been very helpful also. IATA should use the same venom and force to tell these people that we are qualified. If APC could do 14 hours non-stop flight to China, which we have started, what is 6 hours to London is a piece of cake. It's a piece of cake. But we are hitting brick wall now and then. So I expect IATA also, and those Nigerians clapping for this, to also let them know that we are doing ourselves some dangers in this country. Our forest reserves are depleted. Nigeria did not seize these funds because what is being pushed out there is that the government of Nigeria blocked the funds or seized the funds. Central Bank has asked them that they can use the I&E window. Just like the Nigerian airlines. Are they seizing our money? No. We are going through the I&E window. We do even the forward thing she was talking about. Yes, at times they say 90 days or 60 days. Sometimes you may not get it. But the government can funds or seize the funds. Central Bank has asked them that they can use the I&E window. Just like the Nigerian airlines. Are they seizing our money? No. We are going through the I&E window. We do even the forward thing she was talking about. Yes, at times they say 90 days or 60 days. Sometimes you may not get it. But the government cannot kill itself. You cannot give what you don't have. If the government had the money, the foreign airlines would have been paid. And again, sir, what we should be thinking of now is solution to these issues so that they should stop blackmailing Nigeria. How do we solve this problem? Number one, you knew quite well that your funds will be trapped in Nigeria or blocked in Nigeria. You knew quite well that will happen, that you may not be able to get this money. And you're increasing your frequency every day to the detriment of the local airlines. You're increasing your frequency, knowing fully well. You're inviting to yourself certain situations. What we are saying is allow the Nigerians to also access your country, contribute to their nation. It's Nigeria first to me. I don't care. I know after speaking today, I might face another problem tomorrow, both on the international level and everywhere, but I don't care. I'm ready to go down for my country. So let us begin to not allow stigmatization to continue. If you know, I was going to Gulf. APIS was flying into Gulf. And one of the Gulf carriers, within 2 weeks, applied to have a third frequency out of Lagos. A third frequency. They were flying twice out of Lagos, flying once out of Abuja. They quickly applied, that was in 2019, quickly applied, and they were getting it until we kicked. Why? It's not as if they will get enough passengers to do the third frequency. The idea is to snug the life out of the indigenous carrier so that when you close, they will continue doing what they know how to do best, making Nigerians pay through their noses. And Nigerians don't see some of these things. It's hurtful. It's very hurtful. So what we are saying is we support the foreign airlines getting their money. This is business. However, the country is not going to cut its head to pay them. If we don't have the money, what do we do? So it's not that the government does not want to pay them. They on their own should also reduce their frequencies. The cutthroat competition should stop. If you know that you're not going to get that money, reduce your frequencies. Why doing many frequencies? At the end of the day, you compound woes on the country. You're paying 2.3 million to go to London for 6 hours flight. That is indefensible, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I know that what you've just watched, can be very sad, very depressing, and can make us feel that, oh, this is colonialism, this is marginalization of the black community, of the African nation, and all those things. That video has a tendency to make you tilt and think in that direction. And I'm not denying that there's a possibility that that is the case. But this is Good News Nigeria. This is Azaka News. We talk about good news, we don't talk about other things. Okay. So what is the good news? After all the shouting and the pressure, the Nigerian government has released, as of August, is old news, August this year, $265 million have been released to foreign airlines. Now, the major reason why they wanted this money from the central bank is because they will gain more. So if they were to get this money from the central bank, they are going to get it at $1 to about 400 naira. Sorry, yes, $1 to about 400 naira. So when these Nigerians buy their ticket in naira, okay, maybe they buy it for 2 million naira. By the time they want to convert it with the central bank for 400 naira, they are going to gain more. If they were to, so if you take, let's say, 1 million naira and exchange it for 400 naira to a dollar, you may end up, I'm presuming, okay, you may end up with, let us just say $1,000. So you would end up with $1,000 as the money you would get. Oh my God, and I'm making you feel very unhappy. So let us say that you paid $1 million as your ticket to foreign airlines. By the time they want to exchange it at with the normal with the central bank for 400 naira, they may end up with $2,000 as the money you are as the money they are getting from your ticket fee. But if they go and want to exchange that money for 600 naira or 700 naira, they may end up getting half. They may end up getting $1,000 as the money they are making from your ticket fee. Although you paid 1 million naira, 1 million naira exchanging with the central bank will give them $2,000. The same 1 million exchanging in the black market, the I&E window, will give them $1,000. So they will be running on not a loss, they'll be running on low money. Okay. But all Nigerian owned airlines do not get back. So when Nigerian owned airlines in some foreign countries that even allow them operate sell tickets in dollars, when they come down to Nigeria, they exchange that dollar for naira and get a lower value, and they don't complain. When foreign airlines come down here, they want to get it at the normal rate, which is not wrong, which is not an issue, and it is what they should do. So because of that, over $500 million of foreign airline money, okay, not 500, $464 million belonging to foreign airlines were being held back, not necessarily held back. The government does not even have dollars in so much in excess to be given to foreign airlines. Foreign airlines can go and exchange the naira paid to them by Nigerians using their flight at the black market or parallel market or I&E window and get their dollars, so that they will make less money, or they wait for the central bank who don't have enough dollars to give them at the official exchange rate, you know. But they waited and put pressure and mounted pressure on the federal government until the government released $265 million, and the government is still promising that with time they will release the remaining money so that their $464 million will be given back to them. If you heard and watched those videos clearly, even from reports online, foreign airlines, because of this, began to tell Nigerians to pay for flights in dollar in a country where you're supposed to pay for flights in naira, and the foreign airlines will go and change the money with the central bank. They now said, no, it's stressing us too much. Pay for the stuff in dollar, which is against the um, the Nigerian, the Nigerian legal system as regards the aviation industry. You're not supposed to pay for flight tickets while in Nigeria in another currency. But if you're flying into Nigeria, you pay in the country's currency wherever you're coming from. So so listen, $256 million. It is a big. You may say, okay, but it's not our money now. Yes, it's not our money. It's their money, but we don't have dollars. We don't have dollar. The reason why there's a huge naira dollar exchange rate is majorly because of the high demand for dollar. So there's high demand for dollar. So dollar is up. We don't have it to give them, but we had to squeeze and squeeze, and we paid them 200 and I think $65 million. So we're going to end today's video with this amazing news. So federal government cleared $3.81 billion owed to international oil companies, and what is currently remaining is $878 million. So every international oil company operating in Nigeria has a deal with the Nigerian government that every year, after profit is shared, the oil companies are each supposed to contribute a portion of the profit they made that will be used to run operations the next year. For many years, Nigeria did not make payments into that particular account. So the oil companies carry the burden on their own. and were on their own bearing the burden of running all operations the next year, while in the terms and conditions signed by whichever administration before Buhari, the government was also supposed to um, support financially in order to run all exploration the next year. It was an agreement made by the Nigerian government that had not been kept. So as of 2016, that amount of money had accumulated to over $6 billion. So Nigeria sat down with these oil companies and negotiated with them and told them, please, it's 6.8 billion we're owing you, but I think we'll be able to think we're going to try and pay you 5 billion. So as at September this year, Nigeria had already paid $3.8 billion as of May 31st this year, leaving an outstanding of $800 million. We were owing 6 billion. We begged them, say, please, we'll pay you 5 billion. We have currently paid 3.81 billion. And what is remaining is $873 million. If you have watched my previous 3 videos before this one, you would have found out that Nigeria has spent billions of dollars offsetting debt, of which a greater percent, over 90% of these billions of dollars spent to pay debt. I don't mean the debt to pay debt were being accumulated by government foreign to Buhari. Government before him had been owing money in, think of 50-60 billion dollar worth of debt has been offsetted by this government. A government that supposedly hates the citizens, wants us to die. It does not care, he's a fool animal, but he has spent billions paying debt within Nigeria. The money he's borrowing for capital project. I always say, do you know how much it will cost to run a train all the way from the northeast down to south, traversing the whole length and breadth of Nigeria? Do you know how much it will cost? Billions. Second Niger Bridge, do you know how many billions of dollars it cost? And other capital infrastructure have been set up. Thousands of infrastructure projects have been set up by this administration, costing billions. You don't know. That is why you are angry and shouting. In a very short time, all these things will begin to generate back the money used to build them. And then we'll be remembering Buhari. You can honor him now. You can know these things now and honor him. He has paid, you just watched the video before now. He has paid the airlines so that Nigeria will not be chopping shame outside. He's trying to make sure that we have a clean record and a clean slate before he leaves office. God will bless Buhari. God will bless our president and will bless Nigeria. Posterity will not forget him. He will be honored when men are being honored for the amazing things he has done. Just in case you're a Christian watching me, the scripture has clear demands demands on what a king, a leader should do, a president should do. Part of it is to help the poor. How has he helped the poor? By paying all the pension arrears, all the debt he has paid. He has helped the poor. God will bless him. Please keep following this channel for more news. This is Buhari Moment. The 4 videos you have seen before now, and the one I think remaining will just be about Buhari and what he has done as a debt settling. So please like this video, share it, make your comment on the video, criticize the videos where you think I am overstating figures, correct me, somebody will correcting me. And then I want to make an appeal. Somebody told me that the subtitle I had put on some of my videos is not helping, that the subtitles contain a lot of errors, that he feels that I should make videos without subtitles. So I want to know what you think about it. Should I keep doing subtitles or should I not? Because as I speak, there's no subtitles on this particular video. So just in case you have not seen any of my videos with subtitles, go and check through my catalog. You'll see videos with subtitles and see if the subtitles will be distracting you or not. And then please give me a feedback in the comment section. Until we see you again, Godspeed.